Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to fight the big boss at the end of the Lost Shrine. Let's get right to it.
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Big boy's back with vengeance.
It's the leader.
Do I have hand or lance? I don't remember. Hand, okay. Should probably change that to lance. This does wonders against bosses, believe it or not. Oh, jeez.
Foolish creatures, you cannot hope to best me!
These little bastards just keep coming!
Tell me about it.
These creatures cannot abide the sun. Lure them into the light!
Very righteous dialogue for a couple of murderers. I suppose I said too much there, didn't I? Oh, you had to make me expend my energy. There we go. All is well.
You felled the beast.
Back up for round 2, eh? Easy there, buddy. Okay. Phase 2 isn't treating me kindly, is it? It's not too bad, though. This is the small fry. To be honest, the final boss isn't that much harder either. Gotcha. And down you go, eventually. Yes, there we go, okay.
Kaine!
Stab through the heart, and you're to blame.
Kaine, are you alright? We've got to get help.
I fear there is little we can do.
No! Kaine! Get back.
Huh? What is that?
Kaine! Kaine!
There's a lot more to Kaine than we first anticipated, isn't there?
We've no other choice. We must strike it down.
Kaine! Please come back!
Yeah, come back here. Yeah, there you go. Now we're on
Stay
equal
your
terms.
blade. Magic is required against this foe.
Required? Alright, sure. Whatever you say. You ain't killing me, Kaine. Or should I say, shade that must not be named at this point. Oh, okay. Complex attacks. Didn't expect this in the second visit to the Lost Shrine, did ya? You're going down. I keep forgetting that I can just plow through those red orbs or do literally anything to combat them. Not that, just don't get hit by them. Do your worst.
Please, come back to us!
Oh, you gotta be... Ah, I missed it. Wait for magic to recharge. Should be able to, yes, there we go. Is 3 enough? Not nearly. Oh well, there we go. Got her.
Oh dear.
Kaine! Kaine!
Kaine.
I couldn't hold it back. I can't be with you.
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again, as many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is, we're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak and sad and lonely, but somehow you make me strong. You're my friend and I need you, so you can't go away.
All right. All right. Stop crying. Thank you. I'm all right.
Literally the power of friendship. Over there. Ah, yes! Upgrades! Am I, level 21? Please don't post the vine. I'm just... No. Mysterious stone fragment. What could it possibly be? What is this? I have no idea. How remarkably useless of you. Well, let's go ask Popola. Yes, Popola, our knowledge bank. So there's been some updates on NieR 2 as of recently. Today it is October 28th, and Paris Games Week is going on. There's a convention in Paris of games, as I'm sure you know. NieR 2 has an official subtitle. It's called NieR Automata, the plural form for automaton, and the story involves an android group called Yorha battling mysterious aliens while humans have fled to the moon. It has that, like, Yoko Taro craziness to it, and it's gonna have Keiichi Okabe's music in it, and it's gonna be developed by Platinum at 60 FPS, and I'm just so damn excited for it. I'll go into more detail later once I find out all the full information and watch the trailer. It's a cipher of some kind. Can you determine its meaning? I think this is the key to unlocking the Shadow Lord's castle. Here, take a look at this. Where did you find this document? I wrote down all the words I can understand. This fragment is called the Stone Guardian. Given that you found it in the Lost Shrine, the words must mean something. There are spaces here for 4 other fragments as well. Sacrifice, the Law of Robotics, the Memory Tree, Loyal Cerberus, The law of robotics probably refers to the junk heap, and the memory tree might be the forest of myth. But as for sacrifice and loyal Cerberus, I don't have a clue. No problem. If we want to fill in the words, we can just run around the world killing every big monster we find, right? Classic NieR. Oh, splendid. By all means, let us undertake a murderous rampage. We kill them or they kill us. Besides, it's the only way to reach the Shadow Lord. It won't be easy. Kill Shades and save my daughter. Easiest thing in the world. But how can you even be sure that she's... Because she is, alright? Okay. So the junk heap in the forest of myth, right? I'm on my way. Please be careful. Oh, please let me go to the forest of myth first. Oh, and listen, about Kaine and Emil. The villagers know how much they've sacrificed, and they're thankful. It's just, they're scared, you know? People can't change overnight. I'll hurry them along the best I can, but can you please give them a little more time? I guess. Oh, the developments are happening. And it is oh so good developments. So yeah, today's October 28th. The trailer for NieR 2 is supposed to release October 29th, which is tomorrow, if I'm informed correctly. Forest of Myth, obviously, I feel like Tactics Adventure. Popola said we might be able to find something in the Forest of Myth if I don't have phlegm in my throat. You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip. Yeah, so, come tomorrow, I will have watched the trailer, hopefully. Most definitely, actually, and, maybe I'll analyze it. In the next episode of NieR, hopefully. Another thing I forgot to mention, Yorha is actually a real musical idol group that did some of the boss tracks for Drakengard 3. So I assume they're working in collaboration with Yoko Taro for the story. That's pretty damn interesting. And we all know that Yoko Taro doesn't like to make the same game twice, so this will be one hell of a ride.
This is the village from the dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
Oh, hello, hi there, how are things? Huh? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree. The Divine Tree? Metal Gear! Yes, it's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village. Did you investigate the cause of this presence? Not really, no. And why not? Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer. And why is that? I don't know, alright? It's just how things have always been. Weird. Well, as an outsider, we are, in power when it comes to these situations, so let's visit the Divine Tree. Oh, I think this is the reference to Drakengard. Oh, please let it... Okay. We are the grass. We are the trees. We are the woods. Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately? You should talk, Vice. Pah! As if Grimoire Vice is capable of spouting such nonsense. You mean like, primitive English words like grass and trees? Hang on, I don't think he's done. The dark form that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking. That would be nice. Black, pure darkness, painted over everything. Words, scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. This is wrong, whispered the tree in the voice of wind through the leaves. This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed. Once long ago, this tree had remembered everything about this world. This was its task, its purpose. It shivered when something approached in joy as it collected the memories of mankind. There was no accident. Emotions were as much a part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. and once they had formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached hospital sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy too has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room for in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep brown eyes. You gotta pay attention to this part because it will ask you on it later. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him. But he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy that he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of his feelings, that this might not be so, but this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word: envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. This is actually a reference to the past, like before the prologue. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises. And another. And another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream. Oh my lord, I'm losing it. She does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began the flight with 63 companions, but most are gone now. Important to note that as well. It will ask you on that later. 63, another number. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce... Excuse me. The fierce low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the This is the most specific reference to Drakengard 1 you're gonna get in this game. The fact that it explicitly says the red dragon, that was the event that caused the events of NieR. So you gotta reference it, right? Ah, the memory has been lost. A shame. It was a favorite of mine. Yeah, tell me about it. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room NieR had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. See, this section would be a lot stupider if I'd named my character XD Memes, right? Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, NieR suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As NieR stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Look. A small, shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It looked to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth, sights and sound tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. This shade appears to be consuming the memories. That little thing, it's barely worth my time to kill. The tree extended a branch toward NieR. Without a second thought, NieR brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree, there's the conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. Excuse me for a moment. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with a good cheer. Focusing all of its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. I implore... It spat out a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of the lost envy? Well, the girl had brown eyes, so I'm gonna say brown. It spoke! This shade has intelligence and emotion. Who cares? NieR brushed Vice's comment aside as his sword sliced through the shade's right arm. Wow, there's a lot of S's in there. The shade extended his remaining arm to NieR. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against NieR, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through its fingers, up its arm, and out to its entire body. It was emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New, powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotions it had been designed to feel. It was the beginnings of a soul. And the man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation. But the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beasts? 63, I remember. Okay, riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key! Shouted the book. Grab the key! The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way into the wall. This world is falling apart. How can a world of... I implore. Most important thing. World. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, NieR was drawn back to the real world. And the tree was satisfied. What in the... I never realized that shades were capable of rational thought. I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. Can't I just kill something without all this voodoo nonsense? With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in this world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind. Second key fragment collected. We are making the progress. What's over here? Sap. Alright. Awesome. What next? Junk heap. Popola said we might be able to find a key fragment in the junk heap. Perhaps we can find a clue with Two Brothers' weaponry. We haven't been there in a while. Supposedly we're supposed to upgrade weapons there, like, for a cost or by collecting materials, but I haven't felt the need to do so. Always important to save, people. If you don't save, you're bound to live a life of despair. And I think that will be the end of part 13. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the second text adventure portion of NieR. Oh man, you know what I realized? That is probably the best piece of writing I have ever encountered in fiction. And I'm not bashing other books or media, it's just this has an impact on me. You could feel it in my voice, couldn't you? Some of this writing is better than most games' stories, to be honest. They really put a lot of effort into that, despite the budget they had. So, NieR is available on the PS3 and Xbox 360. Soundtrack is also available at various online retailers. Please pick it up, it is very well done. And I will return with part 14 momentarily. Probably do it now, actually, because I feel like it. Thank you for watching. Toodaloo!